On Dragon Ball Super Episode 73, Mr. Satan vs Saiyyaman movie battle was overshadowed by the Gohan vs Barry coolness contest. Cocoa was riding Gohan, but just before shit could get real, Jacko shot Gohan suspecting that he was infected by the mental parasite Watagash. Dragon Ball Super Episode 74 is going to be interesting, and it'll have some intense actions as Watagash infected Barry attacks Gohan. The main attraction of this episode is that Pan will get involved in this chaos. Let's check out the spoilerish preview summary of Dragon Ball Super Episode 74 title For Those He Loves, the Indomitable Great Saiyaman. The vile criminal Watagash commits evil on Earth. Gohan hears the Earth has been infiltrated by the mental parasite Watagash, who infects the darkness in his host's heart, giving them superhuman power. Meanwhile, Barry Kern hates Gohan and tries to catch him with honeypot trap, but fails. Watagash then appears and infects him. Pan this week, kidnapped by the bad guy and in trouble, Pan is abducted by Watagash, who has been taken over by Barry Kern, but despite Gohan and company's worries, Pan herself is more than fine. Great Saiyaman's greatest crisis. Lots of information revealed. Now let's take a closer look at the episode 74 trailer. Okay, I'm not a big fan of the Saiyyaman, but he's looking lit in this trailer. We haven't quite seen him doing serious stuff in this form, you know. This shot looks like some cool superhero movie poster material, and this shot looks really cool too. The background is dark, I assume that's because of Watagash and this fucked up, mutated, weird science experiment gone wrong type of dragon-like creature. I don't know what to say about this thing. What the fuck is wrong with its face? It looks like some weird fan art or the type of shit character GD would show. It has a lot of resemblance with the Shadow Dragon or Black Smoke Shenron, I guess. We see this fuckface using hit vision, and the trailer showed it as if the ray hit the wall in the next shot, but it's actually Barry who breaks the wall. Barry is totally on fire, ripped AF, and looks like he's ready to eat Gohan alive any moment now. Watagash is basically attracted by the darkness in people's heart, and once this mental parasite infects someone, it starts giving them superhuman abilities. The eviler they are, the more powerful they get. Now, they did a fascinating thing here, deep message from my perspective. First, Watagash infected a bank robber who had encountered Saiyyaman once before. He did gain a lot of power, but from what we see in episode 74 trailer, it looks like Barry got way more powerful, obviously, meaning he has more evil in him than a bank robber or a criminal essentially. That's an interesting display that sometimes actors filled with vanity that like Barry can have more evil intentions than a robber. You know, Barry is the kind of guy who is the definitive asshole. And it goes on to highlight how the cheapest of mind can hide behind fame and attractiveness. It's mentioned in the preview that Barry will try to honeypot trap Gohan. I actually had to search for what honeypot means, and according to the Urban Dictionary, it's using omen to seduce a man into a trap or extracting secret things or something like that. In general understanding, it could also mean trapping someone by baiting him with something attractive. I wonder if that Cocoa chick was actually working for Barry. In this shot, she looks confused and as if she is feeling guilty, maybe because she didn't know what Barry really wanted. But this again is just a pure far-stretched speculation. It looks odd that Barry can beat up Gohan like this even provided he is under evil powers. I bet Gohan wasn't resisting or trying to keep his powers low so that Barry doesn't get killed. Gohan's mask is off and there's a lot of camera around this place. Do you think Gohan's superhero identity will get exposed in this episode? Comment your predictions down below. This looks like the face-fucked Shadow Dragon. He's also infected by Watagash, as you can see that antenna sign of Watagash. But the question is, what is he? Is that the original form Watagash can take, or is that an alien who just happened to appear there just to get infected? Or is there a wild possibility that Watagash turned Barry into that abomination? We never saw them in the same room or place in the trailer after all, so you know what I mean. Coming to the most interesting part of the next episode, Ban. We already know from the spoilers that Ban will get in trouble. This will surely panic Gohan and might end up being one of the reasons that trigger him to concentrate on fighting once again. Anyways, it sounds like Ban will sort the problem out by herself. We already know that Ban is born with immense potential, and in episode 43 she was able to fly back to her home while carrying the Pilaf gang from outer space. This is something we haven't seen any Saiyan baby do before, except of course for the legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Broly escaped from a planet-busting attack while protectively carrying his father. DBS must be hinting a potential return of Broly by teasing all this. Just kidding. Anyways, back to the episode. Ban will probably be kidnapped and the action will take place high in the sky. We can see Ban in the shots and it looks like she is in some high spot. This picture isn't clear, we see something like a yellow blast, but it looks like Saiyyaman Gohan is kind of floating in front of that in a weird way. But all that apart, the major fact here is Ban is going to show off her power for the first time to Gohan and others. Last time they had no idea about Pan's mini adventure. Now they'll know what she is truly capable of. Overall, it looks like the next episode will have a variety of materials and the fans will probably enjoy that. Top of the tower action while being surrounded by so many humans, cameras would feel really refreshing. Universal Survival Arc, however, is going to start in February. We got spoilers up to episode 77, which is the first episode of the arc. On episode 75, Goku will have a fun training session with Gohan. Then on episode 76, Goku and Krillin under Master Roshi's order will go to get the Paradise Grass, but will be confronted by Frieza, Cell, Boo, and other enemies from the past, most likely in some illusion sequence. Episode 77 will have some big news for us, as it reveals that Bulma is pregnant with her second child. We will see a nervous Vegeta as the tournament is coming. Episode 77 will also be the first episode of Universal Survival Arc, so we might get some more important information before the ending. The fans, of course, can expect some episodes to highlight the training sessions of the Z Fighters, the return of Android 17, and the reason behind the formation of this fighter team. Lastly, even though we are getting some Gohan-centric episodes, it's still plot insignificant as Gohan is not really changing his ways to train. So we might need some Gohan episodes showing how he gets his inspiration to fight back. But when the tournament is about survival itself, there's nothing really to think much about. Gohan will have to fight, for the sake of his loved ones at least. Contrary to Goku and Vegeta, Gohan isn't the type who loves to fight for the sake of it. But when the back is against the walls and you challenge his rage, he might as well become the top player. Well guys, that's about all for now. Comment your theories and predictions down below. Like our Facebook page, Dragon Ball Fanverse. See you in the next Dragon Ball video. After years of waiting, in the last arc of Dragon Ball Super, Goku and Vegeta finally fused into Vegito as a counter to March Zamasu, and that gave us an opportunity to witness the incredible power of Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. However, we got some new information about this fusion, that is, it can last only 30 minutes. But due to using too much power in the God form, the fusion got broken faster than anyone expected. But after so much anticipation, they finally gave us Vegito, and it was really shocking that we got to see Vegito in action for a couple of minutes only. fans were certainly not satisfied with that, and it makes us believe that this was only a teaser for greater things to come. So we can really expect Goku and Vegeta to fuse into Vegito or maybe even Gogeta this time around. But the question is, when? We know fusion is something Goku and Vegeta don't like to do particularly. They only do it when their back is against the walls and there's no other way around it. As we know, the next arc of Dragon Ball Super is about the massive 12 Universal Tournament arranged by the Omni King. This tournament has some pretty sick consequences, like the losing universes will get destroyed. Literally, the entire Dragon Ball series never before put so much at stake. This 10-man Universe 7 squad will fight for the entirety of their existence. This Universal Survival arc is scheduled to begin in February, meaning we might still get 4 to 5 more episodes before that. So, if Beerus and company are informed about the tournament and what it could cost, it's only expected that they will train and prepare for it with everything they got. So, Goku and Vegeta might concentrate on the fusion, but wait, will fusion even be allowed in the tournament? If the tournament were to take place with one-on-one format, that could be a problem, and fusion would probably not be allowed. Now, let's check out the preview summary. At Goku's request, the Omni King's Tournament of Power martial arts tournament between universes now begins. But this also proves the beginning of universal destruction. What awaits the victors of the tournament and the vanquished? How will this intense team battles between the elites of each universe turn out? Points to notice: team battles. Now they could be referring to the fact that there's going to be 12 teams, but most likely it's about the match format. Because if all 12 universes participate in the tournament, the total number of fighters would be 120. They might cut 1 or 2 universes, showing some reasons even before the tournament, but still, then there will be a huge number of fighters, and if they go one-on-one, it would take an awful lot of time to finish. They would have to finish a majority of the fight off screen. So if you consider that 2 versus 2, 5 versus 5, or even 10 versus 10 would be a more logical decision. It would also be a logical choice considering the fact that it would bring variety and something we haven't seen before in any Dragon Ball tournament. If I were in charge, I would start the tournament with some 10 versus 10 matches, then after selecting the top 5 universes or teams, we could go 5 versus 5 or 2 versus 2. Just imagine how unique some 10 versus 10 all-out action would be. Whatever, the point here is they are most likely going to arrange team battles, and guess what this could mean? This just paves the way for a Goku Vegeta fusion. Like I mentioned before, if it was a one-on-one fight, obviously fusion wouldn't be allowed. But if we get team battles, I don't see why they wouldn't be allowed to fuse. Also, this could be the main reason behind making team battles in the first place. And if that is really the case, Goku and Vegeta might even try fusing while training to master the form, to be able to last longer. This way, next time, we can get a whole new set of moves and some more badassery. This could also be an opportunity for them to introduce Gogeta in the show. It is a canon possibility. If Goku and Vegeta practices the fusion dance while training, it is a canon possibility. If Goku and Vegeta practices the fusion dance while training. This could also be a marketing strategy, as then Toei would be able to sell both Vegito and Gogeta merchandise, bringing in a huge amount of money. Again, thinking the other way, Vegito only appeared for a limited time, so they might rather want to make Vegito appear again, increase demand for Vegito figures and other stuff. I like both the fusions, so I would be okay with both. But I think since many fans really want Gogeta in Super, Making that happen won't hurt.